Hey everybody, it's Wild Riley. I'm back. I thought I'd talk about calories again. You know, the times we're in, food prices, fuel prices, rent, everything's going up and up and up and up and up. Anyway, when you have extra calories and times are going good, we had a good dinner last night. Maybe your boss let you cut out of work a couple minutes early. When times are good, you gotta be devoting that good times to preparing for lean times, like a honeybee. Honeybees stockpile nectar all summer long because they know that winter's coming. You want to prepare like that. Follow the examples of nature. So what did I do? I began planting things like, we got some gourds in here below the elderberry. There, and then another one over there. These gourds are pretty cool because they can be turned into bowls. And I kind of have like a nature pack where I have like a primitive pack that's sort of been developing. It's all in pieces right now, but one of these days when it's complete, I'm gonna, take it out hiking with my buddies, and all my stuff is gonna be hand twisted string, gourds that I turned into bowls, deer hides that I turned into blankets, things like that. Anyway, sorry about that. Back to the story at hand here. When things are well, we should be, preparing for when times are lean. So what I did here is I made a little irrigation system, a little flood irrigation, but it's on tiers. I've seen some Asian cultures do something like this, where you kind of make one area kind of flood, and then once it's full, then it overflows into the next area and waters that tomato. And then when that one overflows, then it goes over here. And then when you look at all 3 or 4 different sites, we got a blueberry over there. It sort of fills the whole area with water. And I have, obviously, a little friend over here that's causing me some Caddyshack issues. And it's gone over here too. So it sort of undermined my bull gourd. And then went under that tree. So no wonder we can't grow anything. Kind of stomp it in. And come over here. Who knows where that water's going, but it's not going to the plant, right? Stomp it in and let that work the way it's supposed to. So I guess that's another lesson too, is be present in your garden, because I was actually going to skip watering today, but I wanted to show you guys this kind of system. And it sort of mimics like the Grand Canyon, so water flows, centripetal force carries it around that plant. That's how water likes to move. And then it arcs down, loops around there, and then down to that one. And those are zucchini. So we like to grow zucchini because we cook them like garlic bread. Oh, I see bubbles coming up. If that's a gopher, I'm gonna kill it right on video. And then once this whole section's kind of flood irrigated, I'm gonna water this little gourd in. These gourds are hard to grow too, which makes me think either they're really, really organic and come from a niche sort of growing environment, or they really do, kind of like corn, require the intervention of humans, like our ancestors. Okay, so now we'll fill up the chicken water, dog water. And as this thing overflows, it waters that gourd and that elderberry. and then it'll overflow right there. I put that little chicken wire basket there to protect it so the chickens don't kind of bathe in the dirt there and scratch it up and kill it. In the garden we have lots of things working against us. Might be even the wrong terminology, working against us. Making things more challenging, giving us opportunities to grow. So there we go. Water flows down there. You guys are getting the hint. Waters that tomato, it's going to overflow. And then water that zucchini down there, or crookneck squash, or some kind of yellow squash that we cut in half. Put a little mayonnaise on there, or butter, and Parmesan cheese. And then we bake it or barbecue it for, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, and it's like the business. We actually make so much of it that by the end of summer we're kind of tired of it, and then we're looking for other ways to eat the squash or giving it to the neighbors. But with food prices going up, we might just have to learn to like squash a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? But something for your garden: never force water to go in a straight line. It likes to make bends. So make it do a little bend and it'll self-correct. It'll start pushing leaves and dirt clods out of the way if it bends. If it goes straight, it'll get plugged and then it won't work right. Alright. So that's pretty good. I did some blueberries. Here's a blueberry bush that's not really doing too well. And there's some other ones in the weeds in here. And there's a cherry tree. These are all elderberries. And that's going to be the pumpkin patch over there, because it gets nice and hot for most of the day, and then it gets the afternoon shade. And then trees I bought, trees I've started. Like this one came from a pit, some kind of plum pit. Some of these are purchased because I like the genetics. I love kumquats. I love, mandarins and stuff like that. Limes are probably one of my favorite. I like a nice lime. So we come back here and shut that water off. California is going through some water issues, among other issues, right? So we're not trying to water without doing it by hand. But these are all Pinot Noir 777 clones. This one looks like it's not too happy. When you transplant them, sometimes they're not doing so well. But as long as there's roots down there, it should be okay. Yeah, some of them are they went from a kind of more shaded area into a greenhouse. But yeah, all 777 clones. I have about 45 of them. This is a special cactus that I've taken a liking to. Just a really cool alien looking cactus. Growing it for fun. So that's going to be here in the sunlight. But along that, monkey tail, we have this 777 Pinot Noir, which in this area of the Central Coast is really popular, the Pinot Noir. It likes nice, warm, balmy days and cold, brisk, 50-degree nights, and that stress makes the grapes really grow with lots of character, and they swell with lots of flavor. So there's a few more of those that aren't quite ready to transplant. So I don't know if I'm going to grow these or sell them to a local vineyard that's looking to expand, but 50 grape clones is quite a bit. It's enough to add at least a little bit of a section to someone's vineyard if they're going to space it out, 4 or 5 feet apart. That's quite, a couple runs anyway. Or maybe I grow them and keep cloning them and make thousands of them. A couple different types of pepper, more of these gourds, and some special pumpkins, more of those 777 Pinot Noir clones, potatoes, So the main thing, I think what's happening is I'm doing wine crops. So vines, different types of berries, pomegranate, all happening in the greenhouse. All clones, just going bonkers. Making lots of pomegranate clones. That's pomegranate right there. Sweet peas are for the wife, just to kind of make it really nice and smelling inside. Inside the garden anyway. So yeah. You want to see my first clone? This is a monkey tree. I made this clone when I was 12 years old, so a couple decades ago. Yep, snapped off a piece, stuck it in some adobe. This thing is pretty much the only thing that's survived me, that's been with me since I was a child. Everything else I've had to move away from, or it died. My parents, I guess, but even had to move away from them. Part of growing up. But that monkey tree right there, that's been there everywhere I've lived the whole time. Anywho, use this time to make it shine. Make these clones happen. There's a chicken in here. Knocked over my gourd there. Those are all gourds. Knocked over some stuff. Yeah, I'm also growing strawberries and other stuff in the front yard. And that will be a separate video. So thanks for tuning in. If you like what you see, share it around a little bit. Maybe someone else can take a few pearls of wisdom from here. You can do your own little, on a hillside, you can do your own little hillside irrigation, flood irrigation system. You didn't have to run the water for very long, and it watered everything, one after the other, and it's obviously doing well. So anyway, thanks for tuning in.